Hello, Taurus. I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with a general and timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing there be a really big focus on your personal life right now. There could be something that you're celebrating. You could be getting together with friends or with family or just with people that you care about, or you could just be connecting with people. But yeah, anything going on in your personal life that there could be a focus on. Focus on the self. This can be a focus on like the home or the things that you nurture or your body or your diet or just like anything within your personal life, really. What you're listening to. All right, we're starting off with the Hierophant, which represents Taurus in the major arcana. I'm also looking though at the Eight of Swords, so there could be something that's worrying you a bit right now. I'm hearing preoccupying mentally. Having faith, having trust is going to go a long way here. Seeing a lot of red. This can be something having to do with the root chakra. There could be something here that you're activating. Okay. Taurus. This feeling of anxiety or worrying, whatever's going on mentally for you that is feeling like a challenge, your guides are urging you to use your coping strategies to effectively deal with this. So face it head on. This is something to care for within you. So you want to get on this. And also to be patient with yourself and move through the process. So rather than immediately trying to find something to alleviate this, you kind of just want to sit with it and be like, why am I feeling this way? Like, what's going on here? Let me get to the root of it, like be with it. Because it's definitely going to work out in your favor here. Like, this feeling is coming up for a reason, and there's definitely a bigger... I'm seeing the desert here. There's something bigger that's connected with this. That's going to be a message for you. It has to do with your values, actually. In a general sense. You could have been waiting for somebody to come through and give you information. That is going to be happening. Or to hear from somebody. I'm seeing a conversation is going to be happening. But this conversation could actually throw you off further, is what I'm seeing. It feels only because it's like inspiring you to look at something that needs to be looked at. Yeah, whatever. See this information that's coming through? It may throw you off a bit because there's like pain involved in the conversation. So this can be getting news where you're like, oh, I did not want to hear that. But I'm seeing your guide say, sit with this. Do not pull it. Do not push it. Sit with it. Because you could have even been worried that you were going to hear this. But this is about getting comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. And working with that. Working with the very difficult, challenging, uncomfortable emotions that come through. And thoughts as well. And just pain in general. Rather than running away from it or clinging to it. It's about just being with it. Observing it. And figuring out what you need to do to transmute the energy. There's definitely a lot of mental activity here, like more than anything. So you could feel like more in your head. Okay. There's also, I'm seeing that you're going to be learning more about a chapter that you're entering, a new chapter that you're entering. You could be also talking to somebody about this. Okay, so what this looks like to me is that there's a focus on something socially here. So this can be with a friend, it can be with like somebody that you were socializing with, or it can be a place that you were going to and interacting with people, or it can be a group of people. It's something, again, socially. Doesn't feel romantic, feels more like friendship types of things, and like socializing in that way. Can be family as well. What I'm seeing is that there's information that comes through that maybe you didn't necessarily want confirmed, or like your ego didn't want this confirmed, but I'm actually seeing that it's helping you to further understand like your values within your friendship dynamics, within the people that you socialize with. So there's something very important here that you're going to learn. So at first you may be like, wow, that hurt, and all I can focus on and feel is the pain. But I'm hearing disseminated. As what I'm getting is that, like, as you look into this, it's kind of like this. It's like an onion, right? And the outer layer is going to be like pain, or just something that feels kind of shocking to you, or just information that you didn't want to hear. Something that feels very, like, disagreeable, okay, with you. And so, of course, you're going to have this reaction of like, oh, like push it away, or like find something else to distract you, or just like hyper fixate on just like the outside of this thing. But I'm seeing as you peel the layers back and sort of be with this and just allow it to sort of be, you're going to peel back the layers and see that this is telling you something very important having to do with your values and the people that you connect with socially. But it's not going to be the first thing, and it's not going to be the first thing that you understand about this situation, and that's why you need to peel back all of the layers, because something super, super valuable is going to become very apparent to you. And this is going to be like the cornerstone of your interpersonal relationships, okay? This is something very important. And also, just in general, like Taurus is represented, Venus rules Taurus, and Venus is about your values, and so your values are going to be very important. Like your beliefs are going to be very important to you. Like the things that, the code in which you live your life and that your relationships follow, they're going to be important to you. And so when you have relationships that coincide with your values and your boundaries and your morals, it allows you to feel safe within your relationships and allows you to feel respected and appreciated and valued. That's the importance of living in alignment with your values, is that it allows you to feel valued in your relationships. But you have to reflect on what those are. And something could be coming to light where there's like a mismatch of something going on where you don't feel valued, or something is happening that's not aligned with your values as related to a social situation, and these two things are coming together, and your guides are saying, look at this mismatch, like something here is not working. So it's going to reveal something important to you about like what you think and how you feel, and again about your core values as related to a social situation. And this is going to be the completion of a cycle for you. I'm seeing this is like a major lesson that you're going to have under your belt. I'm hearing Scorpio very strongly. I'm looking at Neptune, Sagittarius, and Taurus. I'm seeing you going somewhere walking barefoot. You may be grounding in nature. Why is the Seven of Cups here, though? There's confusion about something. What's the Seven of Cups about? There's interference here that I'm seeing. I feel like if you're trying to do too much at once, like, all of this is kind of going to be lost, and that's why you need to take your time to move through this. Because something may not be computing, like, mentally something's happening and emotionally something's happening, and there's kind of like a misfiring. This can also just be like a congestion emotionally about what's going on that's going to need to be processed through. But it is going to lead to the necessary change that's going to be happening. I'm hearing that it's already developing though, so this has already been put into play. Something about the way that you think and also the way that you speak is going to be transformed through this situation. This can also be like things that you communicate with others too. Yeah, you're going into... This is going to allow you to sort of delve into your subconscious energy, but it's going to take taking the time to actually move through this for it to come up. Because if your ego is like not willing to go down in there, it's something that's not going to be realized, so you sort of have to dive for it. But it's going to bring about something that you want by doing this. This feels kind of like shadow work that's happening. Yeah. For those of you that have been sort of struggling, it doesn't have to be all the time, struggling at times that feel particularly stressful, to feel grounded, this is something that's going to bring you closer to like the calm center within you going through this process. Because I'm seeing like for some of you at times you may really struggle to sort of like keep it together emotionally, meaning to ground and to stay centered and to like regulate your emotions, stuff like that. And so this is going to sort of help you move through that. I'm hearing the word purchase. I'm definitely seeing something like really, really congested here emotionally, and it kind of was confusing things as far as what you were trying to manifest for yourself emotionally. This can be like having a hard time picking out exactly what it is that you're trying to manifest and what's going to like do it for you emotionally because of all of these other things popping up that you may have felt like you needed to tend to, rather than getting to the core of what you're actually trying to do and having a clear, focused manifestation, which is basically the point of this and what's going to be happening. I'm seeing Pisces and Scorpio here, and I'm also seeing Mercury. Oh, yeah, and that makes sense too. Like, Mercury is your mind, right? And Scorpio will cut through to what's actually going on. And the moon, this Pisces energy, can be your subconscious energy. So this is you cutting through to that to understand, like, what's going on and what you're trying to manifest, especially on an emotional level. Like, Pisces and Scorpio are both water energies. So this is what's happening on, like, an emotional and on an energetic level for you. And something that before had been like throwing you off emotionally, you are going to be able to like rectify this and make peace with it, okay? All right, Taurus, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing. Take your time as you move through this. And I hope to catch you guys next time.